What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the PokeResort server. This video comes with bad news. However, there are some great news that we have to talk about. So the bad news is that the multiplayer Let's Play series that I had on this channel that kind of gathered a lot of viewers and people were starting to get hyped for that entire series, which was only 2 episodes long, is currently canceled. And the reason it got canceled is because my account got reset here on the PokeResort server because of my fault. It has nothing to do with PokeResort. They're a great server. Once again, if you want to join, play with me, play with PokeResort, there'll be a link in the description to their IP. Not necessarily a link, but their IP address. So that whole entire, server progression that I had going on that series got reset back to 0, so I have to choose my starter and get started. So the great news is that this is the first episode of the renewed multiplayer Let's Play. So I'm going back here in the PokeResort. I'm going back into the Sunset server, which is a brand new server that got released about 2 weeks ago. So there's not a lot of people playing on it, as most people are coming from Oasis into Breeze. Also, it's currently 3:41 a.m. so there's not a lot of people on either way, but this is the first episode, so let's go ahead and get started. So here we are joining Sunset, and we have to choose our starter. Now, last time I went for Froakie. However, I think I'm going for Piplup this time around, or Mudkip. I want a water type, but I've pretty much done all of the fire starters as well as grass starters on other servers. I've done Froakie before, so I think going with Piplup. So let's go ahead and do it. There we go, Piplup. So we do have this, which is kind of our home, but all of our Pokemon are gone. So if we check our PC in here, everything is gone. However, the progression as our base did not get reset, and this is still claimed. All our Pokemon got deleted. Once again, it was my fault. So this is kind of where we're starting off this series. So episode 1 of the renewed series. So we still have all our progression. We have all of our apricorns, and if we look at our balance, we still have our balance and all of that. However, we don't have our Pokemon, which we didn't do much on the other series that got canceled. We only mined. We did a little bit of evolution here and there, but we are actually good to go. So let's go ahead and get started with this brand new series. Let's not talk about the old series anymore. And yeah, so Piplup, let's see. I actually want to check the growth, which is Runt, which I think that is a pretty small one, which it's fine with me. It's pretty cute, Piplup. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what we did last time, and it's going to spawn and come all the way down into the newbie gardens and try to level up our Piplup into a decent level, maybe around level 15, maybe even evolve it. I think it evolves at level 16 or 15, around there. That's usually where starters evolve. So let's go ahead and go in here. There's some Growlets I think that spawn, which is good for me because I am a water type. But let's go ahead and just pound everything. And start killing things and start leveling up our Piplup just a little bit. So I didn't know there was a warp nether on this server, and I actually RTP'd or randomly teleported in the nether because I think that it could be useful to pretty much kill the nether Pokemon, which are mostly all fire types, with our Piplup. And our Piplup is level 14, so almost there to evolution, and that's what kind of we want to do by the end of the episode, get this guy evolved to the first evolution. And can you please stop killing yourself? Let me battle you. There we go. So we do know Bubble, which pretty much one shots, maybe 2 shots, any Pokemon around here that are below level 20. So that's what I'm going to do until I get this guy to level 16. I think it's level 16. Most starters are level 16 to get him evolved. And then we are going to go ahead and maybe catch a nether Pokemon and evolve him, or start looking at what we should do for our team, because I really haven't explained how I'm going to do this series, because I explained it last time I did this series. But basically, this is a PvP server. If we do /PvP, it has a different, different rules, different formats that you have to follow. And these are actually the professional formats that you have to follow if you're a professional Pokemon, I guess, esports kind of person who you compete in Pokemon tournaments, there are certain formats you have to follow, and those are the Ubers, the OU, UU, RU, NU, and maybe some other, but there's only these here. And these formats basically put that specific Pokemon or your specific Pokemon team into a format depending on how well they're used in the competitive scene. So Ubers are the Pokemons that are overly used. Too many people use them because they're way too powerful, and they're put into their own category because they are very strong. So Ubers include pretty much all legendaries, and then like Blaziken and all of these other very powerful Pokemon. And then the main format that most people do is OU, which is overused, and these are the overused Pokemon, which are very strong. They're not necessarily legendary strong, but they're very strong to a point where they're overused. So this is basically the main format we're going to be doing in this series. And then underused is also a very strong format. So we're going to be settling in the overused format, and then maybe go into the Ubers a little bit, and then maybe go into the underused a little bit as well. Look what I found here, Pawnard. So this guy is actually a pretty strong Pokemon, and I want to catch him and have him in my team just for starters. So he's pretty good, and I just found a level 19 one. So it might be hard for me to get him because I'm going to do a bubble. That should do a pretty decent amount. Now, if I get knocked out just like that, then I'm not going to be able to catch him. So I'm going to go heal it and try again and see if I'm able to catch him. So I kind of have him on the ropes here. So I'm going to try a Great Ball at this health, which might not be able to catch him, but it's a good try. Come on. Let's go, boys. Yes. So, Piplup is evolving into Piplup, if I'm correct. But we got the Pawnard. Very nice. It was pretty hard, but this run right here, when I attacked him, he did a leer like twice, and then he attacked me once. So yeah, Piplup, and we got Metal Claw. Water Sports is not that good. Maybe it is. Let's just go ahead and take Pound off and take that normal type off him. So I think from now on, this guy is Water, or his final evolution is Water Steel, maybe. So maybe getting those steel attacks is very good. But we got a Pawnard. Very, very nice. Let's check him out. He is a Dark Steel type and of a nature mild, which increases our special attack and decreases our defense. Might be good, might not be good. Maybe he's an attacker. His growth of huge, very good. Inner focus, protects the Pokemon from flinching. Very good. So we got Torrent, Feint Attack, Leer, and Fury Cutter. This is the thing that was kind of destroying me when I was trying to attack it. So just like that, we evolved our Piplup, and we got a Pawnard. Very nice so far. Let's go ahead and head back home and check on what we need to do next in our to-do list for this episode. All right, so we're back home, and there's two things I want to say. First of all, Empoleon, which is the final evolution of Piplup, is actually underused, which is what we need because we are in the overused, underused format, as well as a little bit of Ubers. And he is a Water Steel, and we wanted, if I check here, we wanted a Calm nature with Torrent. So we didn't get either of them. We got Lonely. We did get Torrent actually, but we didn't get the Calm, which I think it increases HP, if I'm correct. I would have to check. But I think the next thing we're gonna do is craft some Great Balls. And with that, we have a bunch of these apricorns. We got black and yellow, and we do need, if we go check the shop, and one of the rules of this series is, once again, that I'm able to use anything, any resource that PokeResort has. So I'm able to buy, trade, whatever. I'm just not able to buy any Pokemon from the GTS if they have above, I think I said 50% IVs. I'm not able to buy any Pokemon from the GTS. On the machines, there is the mechanical anvil, so let's go ahead and buy one. And I think with this, we are going to place it maybe here, and I think we do need a normal anvil, if I'm correct. If we check this normal anvil, let's go ahead and buy that. We just spent 2k, but we're able to craft some Great Balls. So let's go ahead and pick all of these up. The other cool thing about the server, it has some sort of MC MMO where you're able to level up your apricorn. And if we actually check MMO skills or just MMO, MMO check or MMO info. That's why I do info. It has a bunch of skills such as catching, which every time you catch, you level up your catching, which allows you to increase your catch rate in the wild, as well as farming apricorn, which actually gives you a higher chance to get a cooked apricorn just by right-clicking the apricorn. Battling, which you get more XP from battling. Breeding, which is a lower time required to breed, which is a very good skill to have. And some other skills that you can have here in the PokeResort server, which is one of the things that I like. And it was kind of new. They just added this feature about like 2 weeks ago, and it's already one of my favorite features. So let's go ahead and get all of these apricorns cooking. And I think we have some iron. We do. So let's make some plates. Let's get some coal. Let's put our coal into the mechanical anvil with our plates. That will get that going. Do we have music on for blocks? We don't, which is good because this thing makes kind of an annoying sound, as well as this. So I think we have to cook these as well. Let's go ahead and make another furnace as well to cook both of these apricorns. Just like that. And then take the coal. Let's split the coal in half. Oh, that's not a coal right there. And split the other coal here. And we're just going to cook them. We're going to make 5. Actually, let's do 10. 10 Ultra Balls. And let's go ahead and go catch even more Pokemon. We have an Electrike outside our base. And the evolution, I think, is Manectrike, if I'm correct, if that's how you pronounce it. And I think it's not a good format. I think the Mega is a good format, but might as well catch him. So this is water against electric, which is not good. But we do have Metal Claw. Hopefully it doesn't one-shot it, which of course it's not gonna one-shot it. Let's try Bubble. It's not really effective moves here. But we do kind of want to catch it. Oh my gosh. All right, this thing is starting to hit. All right, let's just try getting it to... Yeah, oh, that never worked either way. Pawnard, you're just going to have Fury Cutter, which might be good against him, or decent. There we go. I don't think I'm able to hit it one more time, so let's go ahead and just throw a Great Ball at it. If it doesn't get inside the ball, I'm going to kill it, because there's no need for an Electric. There's no need. All right, I'm not going to waste another ball on him, so let's just do a Fury Cutter. And goodbye, sir. Your fault for not getting in my ball. All right, so let's go ahead and finish with all of these. They're pretty much done, I think. That's also half. What do we also need? I think we need the blacks on the outside. Yeah, I think the blacks are on the outside. So let's go ahead and do that. We already have 6. We can make these finish. So I'm gonna wait for all of these 6 black apricorns. Boys, we got a Shuppet here, level 21. So let's go ahead and catch him. I think he's a ghost type, if I'm correct. Let's actually aim for his little shadow here. Actually, level 31. I thought it was 21. This might not go well as well. Yeah, Nightshade. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Let's do Metal Claw maybe. He burnt me. Metal Claw is not doing much damage. I think Bubble is a better choice here. Do Bubble again. Nightshade, that takes me out. So let's take out Pawnard. And let's do Fury Cutter. Don't kill it. Don't kill me. Fury Cutter did nothing once again. And I don't think I have any other attacks. But he might not attack me. Okay, so I know he's probably going to kill me on the next move. So I'm going for the risk. Taking the Great Ball out. Hopefully I can catch him. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Oh, that was the risk I was willing to take. Shuppet. Very nice. I completely forgot the evolution of it. I know it's a ghost type and it's pretty good. It might not be overused good, the OU format, but he might be the underused format. So let me go ahead and kind of check his stats out. So I also have fly mode on, which I was able to get because I am YouTube rank on the server. Very cool, guys. Once again, make sure to join the server. So let me turn that off because I feel like that's too much for now. So let's go ahead and check the stats. Naive, which increases our speed, but it doesn't help our special defense, which it seems good, right? You want a ghost type with speed. Enormous, which is very good. Frisk, the Pokemon can check an opposing Pokemon's held item. I don't know how good that is. Maybe that's good in PvP. Let's go ahead and check his stats and see what I need to get for this Shuppet to be good. Pretty sad news. Banity, the evolution of Shuppet, is untiered, which means it is not good at all. It might be probably the worst tier out of all the formats, which is sad because he looks so cool. However, the Mega of Banity is rarely used, which is not that bad at all. But we might keep him. A Ghost type level 31 might help us out just at the beginning, as well as we do have, if we left it in here, we have an XP share that we can use because we bought it out of the GTS not that long ago. Also, we got our stone done. We got this done. Let's go ahead and do that, which is going to give us 4 more, which is the 10 that we kind of wanted to have. Let's go ahead and cook that. And while that cooks, let's go ahead and check the GTS because I haven't kind of checked in a while. See what is going on in the GTS on the server. So we got a Bagon, 59%. I am able to buy this Bagon if I really wanted to, because it does fit in my rules. It has to be, 50, below 50 IVs, but it's not necessarily 60. It's a pretty bad Bagon either way. So there is a Pikachu here. There's a Palkia here. Holy crap. 60% Palkia. There are already some, Master Balls being sold. This is the new, this is Zeraora. And I think that it is currently a Pokemon Sword event where you can pretty much get Zeraora on max raids, which there's something that I have to do. So we might actually do a video on that, possibly, trying to get Zeraora. All right, so pretty good. So there's only a couple of listings. Again, this is a new server here. So let's go ahead, get these Ultra Balls, and pretty much end the episode there. So we got 2 other Pokemon. We evolved the Piplup to Piplup. Next episode, we're going to evolve it into Empoleon, sorry. Maybe evolve Pawnard, maybe evolve Shuppet into Banity. So let's go ahead and finish all of these Ultra Ball craftings. With that being said, that will be it for this episode. We're currently running on 17-18 minutes for this episode, which is pretty much how long I want to run these episodes for. So next episode, once again, we're going to evolve our Piplup. We are going to try maybe to evolve our Pawnard, and also maybe get our Shuppet into a Banity. And maybe, just maybe, we'll start building our team. However, we are going to capture more Pokemon on the next episode. I might have a list of Pokemon I want to go get. We're kind of getting into things. Since this is a very competitive PvP server, I don't want to fool around like a bunch of series here on YouTube where they start out, build a base, they do all this. I want to get right into it. This is a PvP focused server. I want to get, all the strong Pokemons, and I want to battle. I want to be into the best of the leaderboards for OU. Also for UU, as well as for Uvers, which means we have to go get a bunch of legendaries. With that being said, I will see you guys later on my next video. Peace.